Lesson 6.2 is titled Slope-Intercept Form. 6.2 for algebra has quite a few definitions, so make sure you pause this video and write down these definitions. Okay, so a linear function is all direct variations are linear functions. It's a function that graphs a line. So we talked about that in 6.1. It is a line. A parent function is the simplest equation of the function. So y equals x or f of x is the linear parent function. It's the simplest form of it. Now, right here, like y equals negative 1/2 x plus 1, that is a parent function. A linear equation is also in that form. It's an equation that models a linear function. The variable cannot be raised to a power other than 1. So y equals 2x is the equation of a linear function. And the y-intercept is the y-coordinate of the point where the line crosses the y-axis. So this should hopefully be a little bit of a review. So slope-intercept form of a linear equation is y equals mx plus b. We did this all the time in pre-algebra, and I talked about it constantly. Y equals mx plus b, y equals mx plus b. So if you are given this question, number 1, find the slope and y-intercept of y equals 7/6x minus 3/4. So you would have to write, okay, the slope equals, and then you'd look at your equation and you'd look for the x. Don't always look in this first spot because sometimes they try to trick you and they'll write an equation backwards and they'll write it like this, negative 3/4 plus 7/6x. So it's not always in the first position. You want to look for the variable. Whatever is next to the variable is the slope. So in this case, the slope is 7/6 and the y-intercept is negative 3/4. So write an equation for a line with slope m equals 2/5 and y-intercept b equals negative 1. So if I were to write an equation, it would look like this, y equals mx plus b. And then I'm going to put in my m and put in my b. So my equation would be y equals 2/5 x minus 1 or plus negative 1. It's the exact same thing. So write the equation of the line using the points 0, 1, and 2, 2. Now, here is my line, 0, 1, and 2, 2. So if I write these points out, 0, 1, 2, 2, there are 3 steps to this equation. Step 1, find the slope. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So y2 is 2 minus 1 over 2 minus 0. 2 minus 1 is 1. 2 minus 0 is 2. So the slope is 1/2. Now step 2 is you're going to pick one of your points. So pick a point. So I'm going to pick 0, 1. And then step 3, you put in your slope, put in x, y, and m. Now, x and y are right here, and m is right here. So you have y equals mx plus b, and you're going to put in x is 0, y is 1, and m is 1/2. So you plug those in, y equals 1/2 times 0 plus b. So that's 0. So then I see that 1 equals b. So then I know my equation is y equals 1/2 x plus 1. Where my m was 1/2, that goes right here, and my b was 1, and that goes right here. So, graphing equations. Graph y equals 3x minus 1. So if I asked you to graph this equation, there's also 3 steps for this. So step 1, the y-intercept is negative 1. It tells you right there. So you make a dot at negative 1. Okay, step 1. Step 2, The slope is 3, or 3 over 1. So they change it to this because then you can use rise over run. So if you're at this point, you rise 3 and you run 1. So now you draw a line through your 2 points and then you've graphed your line. So try this problem here. Okay, so my slope, or my y-intercept is -2. So I go down to -2 and I make a dot. My slope is 3 over 2. So I'm going to rise 3, 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to run 2, and then I'm going to make a dot, and then I connect my 2 lines. And there you go. Easy. Real world problem solving. The base pay of a water delivery person is $210 per week. He also earns 20% commission on any sale he makes. The equation T equals 210 plus 0.2s relates total earnings to sales. So what they did is they said the total that somebody makes is the 210 that they're going to make per week plus 20% of sales. 0.2 is 20% times s for sales. So identify the slope and y-intercept. So remember, your slope is the one next to your variable. So slope is here and y-intercept is here. And now they want you to graph this equation. So if I were to graph it, I'd start at 210 and then my slope would be 0.2 over 1. So I'd rise 0.2 and I'd run 1. Or 2/10, 2 over 10. Could do either one. So, suppose the base pay for the delivery person is $150 and his commission on each sale is 30%. The equation relating his total earnings is T equals 150 plus 0.3s. Graph the equation. So try this. Okay, so you're going to draw your graph, and I'm making it an L graph because it's all positive. It's money, and it's based on pay, so it's going to be positive. So I'm going to start at 150 because that's my y-intercept. So let's say this is 100, and this is 200, and this is 300. So 150 would be right here in the middle. Now, 0.3, I could do 0.3 over 1, or I could do 3/10. So I'd rise 3 and I'd run 10. And then let's say this is by 20s. So I'd go up 3 over 10 and I'd make my dot. And then I'd draw my graph. Your numbers on the bottom and the side may vary, but that's totally fine. All right, that's it.